Battle of the Brains. Street smarts versus book smarts. Street smarts versus book smarts. Which side has the most advantage? The book smarts have their knowledge as their main weapon. Pop quizzes? Street smarts also have a few tricks on their sleeves. When two strong competitors fight against one another, it is a battle of two brains. Who wields more power? Book smarts speak better, but they have less to say. Street smarts are more talented, and they do not need to study things out of a book. Borrowing ideas from other people is their skill. But the question is, which of these two smarts have the bigger advantage? And more importantly, which type are you? To find out who trumps over the other, the brainiacs or the know-hows, continue to watch the video. The brainiacs. Who are book smarts? Book smart. The name says it all. They're the top placers in an exam, the scholars with an outstanding degree, and the intelligent person who is most likely to win in a trivia game. By definition, book smarts are those who have flourished in an academic environment. If you identify as such, you're the type who thrives in learning environments. As a book smart, you solve problems using your broad knowledge about the whats and whys. The main advantage of book smarts is that you're a sponge when it comes to information. This skill gives you an edge when it comes to achieving graduate degrees, acing college applications, and creating a handsome resume. The know-hows. Who are the street smarts? Street smarts may not always have straight A's. Street smarts are not afraid to get their hands dirty. As a street smart, you're an expert in handling practical situations in your day-to-day life. Your main advantage is your years of experience. Even though you weren't a born genius, you've managed to gain insight from being in the real world. In fact, you don't need to have a PhD. You can rely on your gut instinct and skills in situational awareness. Having situational awareness means that you have a good grasp of your environment. When the circumstance requires it, you can think fast on your feet and make improvisations on the spot. Can't have it all. Weaknesses of street smarts versus book smarts. Street smarts and book smarts each excel in their careers through their own ways. Here are some of the weaknesses that street smarts and book smarts experience. Book smarts have trouble with dealing with ordinary, everyday tasks. Book smarts are not so good at analyzing their environment. Book smarts are harshly called smartest dumb people. Street smarts are often underestimated in work environments. Learning environments can be a hard place to flourish in for street smarts. Academic requirements in school settings can be quite a challenge for street smarts. Of course, not all of them are always true. Some book smarts are good at handling practical circumstances. It all depends on you and how you handle yourself in this demanding world. Who's the better genius? The debate on who is a better genius has been a subject of conversation for the longest time. Author and speaker Scott Berkun believes that street smarts have always had the upper hand. He says, "You've been tested and have a bank of courage to depend on when you are tested again." Berkun also adds that street smarts don't need other people to show them the road. Book smarts, says Berkun, are merely good followers. Even Ashley Fern echoes the same sentiment. Fern shares that she knows a lot of people who went to school. But those people aren't precisely Einsteins and Edisons when it comes to the actual job. To her, having the skills of a street smart is more significant. For most people, street smarts certainly have the edge. It's measured by your ability to roll with the punches of life outside the book. Who are well-known street smarts? Are you still unconvinced that street smarts are the big dogs? Here are some street smarts whose names are now star-studded with success. The face of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg. When Mark Zuckerberg was in his college, he started to code Facebook in his dormitory room. After realizing its potential, Zuckerberg then dropped out of college to focus on the social media website. Even though Zuckerberg didn't finish his degree immediately, he was a tremendously skilled engineer. A record of success. Richard Branson. Richard Branson's headmaster in school once told him that there were two ways he could end up: in prison or as a millionaire. All his life, Branson had a tough time coping with school because of his dyslexia. But that doesn't mean that he gave up. No, he was looking to become an entrepreneur. At 16, he started a magazine entitled Student, which was his first ever business venture. In 1972, he co-founded the British record label called Virgin Records. Later on, he would open numerous Virgin record stores that would soon be known as Virgin Megastores. His success in these businesses has now made Branson a multi-millionaire. How to become street smart. If you're book smart, then it must be driving you crazy to see everyone on the street smart side. But don't worry, the good news is, being street smart is something that you can learn. Here are some tips to become more of a know-how about practical things. 1. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Tough situations can be challenging, but learn how to embrace them. 2. Be present. Be aware of the things going on in your surroundings. Not only does this make you safer, but it will also allow you to soak up more information about your environment. 3. Find ways to gain experience. The only way to master your craft is to practice what you know. That means getting your nose out of the book and getting to the actual work. 4. Grow your circle. Don't shy away from conversations with people of different backgrounds. Get as much insight and advice from them so you can enrich your point of view. 5. Be disciplined. You're going to encounter a lot of hurdles and challenges as you go about life. Focus on your goal and keep working hard. Born entrepreneurs. Are street smarts better in business? You might have noticed that the wealthiest businessmen and the most successful entrepreneurs are street smarts. But if you think that only street smarts can win the entrepreneurial game, you're only half right. For Tim W. Knox, being book smart or street smart isn't the determiner or the key to success. He says that it doesn't matter if you have years of experience. What truly measures you as an entrepreneur is your achievements. Knox explains that education might make you look good in job interviews, but it doesn't automatically grant you your victories. The same goes for the experience. And so the question stands: who can do better in business? According to Knox, having both education and experience under your belt can boost your chances of success. The best of both worlds, becoming a book smart and a street smart. It's time to throw in the white towel. Instead of pitting one against the other, why not be a mix of a book smart and a street smart? Adapting the best characteristics of both sides can make you a well-rounded person. But if you don't apply what you've learned, it will be all for naught. Having years of practice gives you wisdom and strength. Street smarts aren't guaranteed to win all the time. But if you strike a balance between both, you will get to where you want to be. Study hard and study well. How about you? Are you more of a street smart or a book smart? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're rolling out tons of content about productivity, self-improvement, and motivation in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. Thanks again for watching and we hope to see you in the next video.